Belonging is so important to learning, and that's especially true as young people develop from early childhood into adolescence. A major reason why is that what's happening in the brain and with hormones is a kind of social reawakening, that the whole body, the peer group is designed to try to help the young person come to be a part of a group and really contribute to it. And there are deep evolutionary roots to this, of course, that as young people go from being cared for to caring for the rest of the group, then they need to demonstrate that they bring something to the table, that they can help the group survive. And so a key part of being able to do that is that they belong to a group. So really, fundamentally, belonging is essential for human survival and has been throughout our evolutionary history. And of course, in modern culture, the details look different, but that basic need has always been there. One thing we found in research is that a teacher has a lot of power over their very local culture. So every single school year, a teacher gets a chance to reset the rules of engagement in a classroom. What does it mean to be a learner here? What does it mean to be in this group? What does it mean to take on a challenge or take a risk? And so teachers can create a kind of bubble. Now, it's not a fully impermeable bubble. It can be popped, right? And it can be influenced by its surroundings. But at the end of the day, a teacher that grades the papers and the assignments and doles out discipline, that teacher really runs the show with respect to their culture. And so that gives teachers a lot of power to create a culture of belonging even in a broader school. That can be problematic, but it also means that if a teacher isn't creating belonging, then it's very hard for the school to make a change because some things can't get in the classroom. Belonging can be so subtle. It can be unobserved. It can be about what's in the mind of the kid, not what the teacher said. It's in the message received by the kid, not the message intended by the adult. So there are some things you have to pay attention to as a teacher in order to create belonging well, but it is something that anyone can do. I think that a lot of teachers want to create a sense of belonging, but they think it means the same as being nice. And so when they ask themselves in their heart of hearts, have I created belonging? They answer it with, well, we had a class party, or I shook students' hands at the door, or we have a secret handshake. But you can't declare belonging by fiat. You can't just say you belong, right? Belonging has to be earned by the kid by doing something that is related to what it means to be a part of that group. And so really the question is, have I created a circumstance in which it's safe for students to create their belonging? I often hear I don't have the time, and I get it. But if you ignore belonging, you have less time because you spend a lot of your time correcting student behavior. We've studied the transcripts of teachers that have low belonging scores, and they're constantly saying, like, put your hand down, like, do this. Like, they're constantly correcting student behavior. And furthermore, when students feel like they don't belong, they check out, and then the only way they're gonna do any work is if you harass them. Like, you really get in their face and monitor them. They don't work independently. That takes so much time from teachers, and it's exhausting. So the teachers I've studied that are most effective end up by the end of the year with very student-driven, like, well-maintained classrooms. Students are proactive, they're asking for more work. They talk to each other when they're confused before coming to the teacher. The classrooms where teachers say, I don't have time for belonging, they're constantly either correcting behavior or correcting confusion. And that's exhausting, and you can't even do it all. And so you have less time. So it's an investment up front, but it pays off tenfold over time.